tongue, cause you don't wanna piss off anyone. We're traumatized by the damage done. Welcome to America. Everybody's like a match. Oh no, they'll never let go. Something you said 10 years ago. Barricades are linked, trends are linked, and they won't stop till everybody's horrified. They're pumping us with lies like it's formaldehyde. We're getting started. It goes on and on, let this go. When it stops, we'll never know. We're hypnotized, and they won't stop till you're zombified. Zombified. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my own bleeding. Cut my life into pieces. I've reached my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong, would it be right? If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight, and I contemplated suicide. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
Welcome to the new era of the IWC. You want a place where you can be you? Do you love stories and long-term booking? Well, you have come to the right place. Hosted by your longest-reigning IWC Intercontinental Champ, 1/3 of the IWC Trios Champ, 1/2 of the IWC Tag Team Champ, and your IWC Undisputed Heavyweight Champ. So grab your beverages and your snacks. And like BiggOh says, if you got it, spark it.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the BiggOh Wrap Up. This is episode 29. Y'all know who it is. It is your boy, BiggOh. And we're back. We're here for another episode. I got a little bit of news for you guys. It's not really a heavy news episode today, but I want to make sure I get something out there for you guys. Just got a few things before we get started. We're going to talk about Tony Khan. He's being defended by Billy Gunn, and I got news on that. Kenny Omega shares his thoughts on the booking of Triple H in WWE, and I will definitely talk about that as well. And we're going to talk about Raw last night. We saw that Ilya Dragunov was defeated by Jey Uso to advance in the King of the Ring tournament. Before I do that, let me go up in here and see who all is up in here, man. Appreciate you guys for being here. Let's see. We got Scripts up in here. Definitely got Scripts. And he says, what's up, Triple B gang? It's time to wrap it up with your boy BiggOh and friends as they lead us into discussions on the latest wrestling news and rumors. So be sure you guys hit that like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, do so right now. Let me give you guys a little bit of time. Appreciate that. And share the content. And go ahead and ding, 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 ring that bell so you don't miss none of the notifications that go on here at Big O Gaming. I may open up the gas station right after the show for about an hour before TNT, JD, and Solar Monster. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that. My boy Scripps, shout out to Scripps. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Scripps Wrestling Federation, man. Scripps knows his shit, y'all. So go subscribe to him. Tell him Big O sent you, and let's get the our former HR manager on his way to the top. All right. Let's see. We got Jen up in here. What's up, Jen? I hope you got it, cause I got it. What up, Flash? My boy Terminator is up in here. MJF, what's good, MJF? The Mid Mo, he's up in here. My bad, I didn't call you back, bro. A little bit takes some time, boy. I tell you, especially when you got one of these all electric cars and stuff, or like when half of your car is electric, I should say in this case. But glad you could be here, bro. I know you out there working. Do what you got to do. My boy Future is up in here. And speaking of my boy Future, ladies and gentlemen, it is him. Well, today he's not Future, I guess. I guess he is just known as Oos. What up, Future?
Hello, everybody. How we doing this afternoon?
All right, man. Glad you could be here, man. Jeremy, Hooligram, if you're listening, Hoolie. Ain't heard from Hoolie in a couple days. Somebody need to check on him. Make sure he's all right. But glad to see everybody up in here. The Mrs. Future is up in here. How you doing, Miss Brown? Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Future. I'm sorry. We got to keep formalities up in here now. We got lady presence. We got somebody's lady that's present.
Got to keep it classy up in here now.
Classy.
But to be fair, the Baby Resort is a classy establishment. So
it is. Wednesdays we like to dress in our tuxedos and watch Dynamite. So,
all right, are you ready for this one? I got my other new shirt in the mail. You ready for this one?
Oh, we're about to have a reveal, y'all. We're about to have a reveal. All right, hey, the floor is yours, Future. Go ahead. What you got? What's the new reveal for Future?
Get ready to acknowledge your Lord and Savior. Homo sapiens rise.
Good one. You threw us in with that one. Good one. That is a cool shirt, though. I ain't even gonna lie. That is a pretty cool shirt. I ain't even gonna lie. Man, what's going on, everybody, man? Y'all just come on in, man. Grab your beverages, grab your snacks, and you know what I say. If you got it, spark it, man. We're gonna be here.
Hold on, we got another reveal.
Oh, Cooper,
mascot. The mascot.
Hold on. Let me see. All right, come on, Cooper. Let's get ready. Here we go. We gotta do it.
10,
we gotta do it, y'all.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Garbage, top rope, catch a vibe.
Hey, we swerving up in this bitch, y'all. Let's go, man. We're gonna get this started, man. Hey, dude, I'm excited, man. Some awesome things happened today. You know what I'm saying? You know, your boy went and got his brakes fixed on his car and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Paid a few bills and stuff like that. Feeling good. It is a beautiful day outside. It's about a nice little 77 degrees outside, man. But anyway, that's neither here or there and stuff like that. So hey,
it's kind of hot in here. I'm gonna go open the window. Be right back.
All right, while Future's gone to crack open the window, man, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the news. Listen, I also got a little bit of news about DNR on Sunday. We'll talk about that here later on. But let's go ahead and get into Kenny Omega. talk about Kenny Omega and him giving credit to Triple H and his booking over at WWE. This was posted by Fightful Wrestling, and Kenny Omega he absolutely does share his thoughts on the booking that Triple H is doing, and he states this: I don't know what's a result of just what comes from his brain and his brain alone, so I can't comment to that. What I do appreciate, what I do appreciate is that he is open-minded to all the styles of the world wrestling. I'm sure he'll probably prefer one or the other, or some sort of, or even some of the others. But I like that he has given everything and everybody a shot. He mentioned that on his Twitch stream the other day, and I'm gonna give my thoughts about it. Um, before we go to future, for Kenny Omega that says this, it kind of runs into two things in my eyes, because the person Kenny Omega, is a fair person. I want to say he's an equally fair person. Like, he's not just going
I
to.
think he's very level when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has an
exactly,
opinion.
exactly. Like, I feel like he looks at both sides of the playing field. Which side will fit me, which side will benefit, or this and that and the other. Even though he's in AEW, he appreciates and he sees what Triple H is doing, and he definitely he definitely likes the, I guess you could say, the brilliance of Triple H and how fair he is to all wrestlers, whether you're big, small, whether you're a lucha or you're not. It doesn't matter. It's not Vince McMahon. At the end of the day, that's basically what Kenny Omega is saying. I'm glad he's there and not Vince McMahon. That's just what I'm feeling, is what he's saying. So like, I mean, what you think, Future? What you think?
I don't know. Maybe they're all friends in this industry, and to not see people get subjected that the way they were under Vince's regime, and some of the just silly storylines. You know,
Right.
Triple H is running. He's running a better show. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time. Right now, we're still kind of uh, getting started. The rosters. This tournament is just. I mean, once we get going, I think things will really pick up.
I agree. Like I agree with what you said, because I think, and no, Jen, Kenny is not all elite, but and I said this year, and I said this months ago. With Vince gone, it's going to open other other wrestlers and other promotions. It's going to open their eyes a little bit. Like, whoa, wait a minute, Triple H is in charge now. Like, like do you guys literally like, can you picture, or can you just imagine what people like a Keith Lee, or people like a Malachi Black, hell, even Adam Cole, what they could possibly be thinking, or people like Wardlow, or
I
what's
mean,
the what,
we wouldn't have gotten Bear Claw. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, we wouldn't have gotten Bear Claw. We would have still been with the real limitless Keith Lee. Um, like
I mean, and that's been one of the biggest things that I've noticed is, with them bringing so many people up now, they're not changing them. They're just bringing them up like they're supposed to.
yeah,
Vince would
exactly,
change their names, change their gimmicks, and then when somebody would come up to that and then they failed and they're like, "Oh, they must not be a good wrestler." No, it's because you changed everything that we've come to know this person to be.
exactly. We JD said it before. We've all said it before. Whatever Triple H creates, Vince kills, and and that's exactly what Vince tried to do. And Triple H is doing it absolutely right. We saw Lyra Valkyria last night in her match. She did an amazing job. She was good in the ring, and each and every day. And I've always knew this since she was in NXT. She got better and better and better. Even when it came to the match what she did with Becky Lynch, she got better and better during that match, and she became NXT Women's Champion. Now that she's on the main roster, she won her qualifying match for the Queen of the Ring tournament, and I'm really, I've always had a nice ceiling for Lyra Valkyria. I've always knew that she was going to do good. She's not going to be a championship contender right away, but with the proper
Yeah.
build and the proper story for her, it would be an amazing thing for her to go after the Raw World's Women's Championship. You know, we can look at somebody like Carmelo Hayes. Even though Carmelo Hayes was already on SmackDown before the draft, this right here is basically just it's official. Like we know how good Carmelo Hayes is, you know, but now that he's on SmackDown, he's already in a storyline that's being built between him and Bobby Lashley. It's going to build, and we're really going to get something special out of Carmelo Hayes. So I'm with Triple H in charge. I'm not worried about the roster coming up from NXT to the main roster, and I think Kenny Omega sees that. I think he sees the change in how the roster is being treated over here at WWE versus when Vince was in charge and they would come up. And and I've said this a couple of times, if Triple H was in charge 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, let's just say about 7 years ago, 10 years ago, let's just round it up. If Triple H was in control 10 years ago, Adam Cole would still be there. Keith Lee will still be there. You'll probably have a couple people. I believe that maybe when it was time for them to resign, I believe the Bucks would have took a shot. I believe Kenny Omega might have would have took a shot at going to the E. But but that's neither now. But that was just something back then and stuff. But what I figured is that Triple H knows what he's doing. He was the rightful person to take control, and I think it's a great thing that an EVP at AEW notices the change in WWE. Maybe that'll help put a little fire up under Tony Khan's ass and start producing a great show with great storylines. He has one with this EVPs versus AEW story. Let's see if he can cash in on this story and turn it into one of the greatest stories of 2024. Hologram.
Well,
Man.
kind of jumping on that real quick. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Hey, you're good.
I think Kenny, for business sake, was willing to work with CM Punk, whether he liked him or not. He knew that there was money to be made, and he didn't want to leave it on the table.
Yeah, and I believe a lot of money could have been made off of Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. There's still money on the table in AEW with CM Punk and MJF, but now that Punk is not there anymore, how you going? That is a story that it needs to be finished. It never was finished. That story has a unended chapter, if you will. And it's crazy. It's crazy the money that could have been made between Punk and MJF and Punk and Kenny Omega, and it's all poof. I mean, I guess the next time you'll see this if MJF or Kenny Omega goes to WWE, which probably won't happen no time soon. Or should I say within the near future? See what I did there? See what I did there?
Sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Proceed with the introduction to Mr. Hooligan.
You're good, man. Hooli, where the hell have you been, Hooli? I ain't heard from you in 2 days, my bro, from the West Coast. Like, come on, bro. You hopping in on the stream, Hooli? I know you got some words you wanna share out to the world. What you mean? What? We ain't heard from you in 2 days. Where was you? You wasn't on the Big Mo Bebe podcast yesterday? Not today. All right. You good? I mean, are you cool though? Are you cool? Are you cool? Just let me know if you cool. That's all. Well, Jeremy was here for a second, and then I don't know. I guess he had a phone call or something, and he had to back out real quick. But we'll get Jeremy up in here in a little bit and get his thoughts on Kenny Omega's words about Triple H here in just a minute. All right, we're gonna go on to the next story. Like I said, it hasn't been a story week. It's just been little here and little there, but not much really. But our next story is about badass Billy Gunn, and he basically is defending Give me 1 second. There he is, host of the Code and Kayfabe. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the mid-most smart Jeremy. What's going on, bro?
Not a whole lot. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you. We can hear you
Word.
good.
Word.
You know, so real quick. I know you're driving. You out there slinging money, but you out there driving. You can see, guys. It is raining where Jeremy is. Over here, it is flowers and sunshines and rainbows here. But let me get your. I want to get your opinion, Jeremy, on Kenny Omega and what he said about Triple H and how he's running the show over at WWE. I will.
Well, to be honest, I really didn't hear this. I really didn't hear that. I really didn't hear any of what he had to say about it. So why don't you enlighten me?
I will. Right, I will reread the quote for you. So he shared his thoughts on Triple H's booking in WWE, and Kenny Omega says, "I don't know what's a result of what comes from his brain and what comes from his brain and his brain alone. So I cannot comment to that. What I do appreciate is that he is open-minded to all the styles of the world of wrestling. I'm sure he'll probably prefer one over the other or some over the others, but I like that he has given everything and everybody a shot." That was from Fightful Wrestling, and he made that on his Twitch stream the other day. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, it sounds like Papa H is doing a bunch of shit right to get the proper remarks from Mr. Omega. Ultimately, like say, it's kind of cut and dry, and it speaks for itself in a lot of cases. You've got Kenny acknowledging the changes that have taken place in WWE since the McMahon regime came to a close, and with the idea that all of that is changing, we all know that it's not. It's no secret that Kenny Omega has looked into WWE in the past before AEW even became a thing, but I think it's really just him acknowledging that the competition is doing everything right at this point. So whether we want to take it as, oh, he's just burying AEW because he doesn't want to be there or something, that's nonsense. It's just talent and creative prowess, recognizing that in the other side. Plain and simple.
Right. I agree. I look at it as that he sees the change in WWE. I think a lot of people in AEW are noticing the change in WWE, and he's just making it known that Triple H is doing a hell of a job over there, and he's just not one-sided like that senile fuck that used to run the company that is no longer there. He who should not be named. But I do feel. Let me ask you this, Jeremy. In future, I want to get both of you guys' opinion. Do you believe in oh shit, Hooli? I don't know. No.
It's next Saturday.
Next weekend,
Yeah,
right?
King of the Ring next Saturday. It's in Saudi Arabia, so like 9 o'clock.
You got King of the Ring next Saturday, and then you got Double or Nothing that Sunday, that following Sunday.
Right.
So yeah. So basically, there'll be no DNR. Well, for Sunday, yeah, we'll have a DNR on Sunday, the 26th, because Rob will go live for Double or Nothing that night. So yeah, we got you covered, Hooli. We got you covered. So here's my question to you guys. With Triple H taking over, and we seen even during Triple H's regime that some of these stars got cut, got fired, got let go, whatever you want to call it. We look at a Mustafa Ali out there killing it in TNA and on the Indies and stuff. How many people do you believe have taking that as when you see that happening, like people are still going out to take a chance on themselves to make themselves better.
Right.
In my eyes, it's not going to be the same. To the way I feel about it, it's not going to be the same as if Vince was still in charge. Because when people go out and they take a chance on themselves, they tend to stay away. Like I'd rather go to AEW or go to New Japan or go to TNA than to come back to WWE as long as that old
Right.
man is in charge. How do you feel that the people in other companies are looking at WWE now, saying, you know what, I might take a shot with them?
I think, if you don't mind me just cutting in first,
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like it's definitely opened people's eyes to a difference. However, I feel like that what WWE is always going to be portraying themselves as, or putting themselves out there as, is the top dogs in the business, and where they'll like say the Vince McMahon regime is over. It might make more people more considerate about going there in the future, but at the same time, it's still going to have the same standards that they always have had. WWE is always going to have those same standards. It's just a matter of who falls. They're always going to have the same standards, but they're going to have a broader range of standards in a sense. So, I mean, they're going to be looking for talent in places that it necessarily was ignored before, but at the same time, it's one of those situations that right here. It's one of those situations that they're always going to still be just as picky, but they might be willing to be a little bit more lenient. It really just depends, because, like, say, that it's just the corporate machine. So
I feel you on that one. Like I look at it as like I sit here, and before we get Future's answer to this, Rob was just in here. I had to give him a duck. I had to put the duck on Rob because I'll tell you guys here in just a second. So I know I've asked this question to you, Jeremy, and I also relate it to Future as well. When you look at people like a Keith Lee, and you look at a Malachi, and possibly a Ricky Starks or a Wardlow or a Brian Cage, and they see the change in WWE, do you think, like, in my eyes, I think if Keith Lee, as soon as his contract, I think Keith Lee is going back.
it definitely reinstates the feeling of, oh, they're like, so it's new, it's different. Like, they, like, even though they're very much the same company, I feel like they might. The room is there for them to give a second look to the company if they, at this point, considering the old regime is moved out. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Nice
before we
work,
get
Jeremy.
the Future, before we get the Future, Rob, what's going on, bro? Listen, I gave you the duck because I saw you and Mrs. Future getting into it in the chat. What's up with that?
I was just laughing. I can't just laugh. My name is Funny Rob Bam. I can't laugh. God damn it. What are we doing? What are we doing?
But you're a hoodie. You're a hoodie. Change it back to
I
Funny.
know.
He's a clown. Clowny Rob, baby.
All right.
So, but yeah, Future, what do you think is going through the minds of the indie wrestlers about WWE right now? Do you think there are a lot more of them is willing to give WWE a shot now that the senile goon is out of power now?
Well, let me break down how I see what things are doing now. I think the storyline's a little cleaner. I think the treatment's going to be a little better. But it's still, I mean, it seems like they are making more of an effort to get everybody TV time also.
I didn't think about
even if
that.
they're coming out here, for these 2-3 minute matches, I mean, they're getting exposure. So if I were somebody looking at wanting to jump ship to the E, my considerations would, unless you're somebody that's like top indie, like Matt Cardona, or that's going to come in and be in a top level program immediately. You got to think, I'm going to come in at a bottom level program. I'm going to have to
Shit, unless they put him with Cody immediately, there's no way Matt Cardona is going to be top tier talent in that
what
company.
I mean
No
is,
fucking way.
he's not going to come in and wrestle the Miz. He's not going to fight those gatekeeper matches. That's what I mean.
Hey, give me just a second. I'll be right back.
All right, Jeremy. Dude, like I don't think that he's gonna be paired up with Cody. I think the best way to do it, if you want to, I would bring him in as a heel and have him be the person, like a hooded person to attack Cody when he comes into the WWE. Because I said he's going to go to SmackDown, so I believe that would be the perfect spot for Matt Cardona. Once he's healed, he comes in under a hood and attack Cody. And you could have a nice, good feud that possibly would lead you maybe into the Royal Rumble, or maybe from the Royal Rumble it'll lead you into WrestleMania, or some sort of like that. That's just the way I see it. Maybe Matt Cardona shows up in the
he's
Rumble.
injured right now. He's injured.
Yeah.
He's recovering.
That's what I was like. Maybe
we don't know when he's going to be able to like do anything.
Yeah, because if he basically suffered the same injury that Cody suffered, and Cody returned back at the Rumble
7 months.
So maybe the Rumble is the ideal target location for Matt Cardona to show up for his next run in WWE. I don't know. I feel like he's a SmackDown guy. Chelsea Green is on SmackDown. It makes sense to just send him to the show where his wife is at. So, and that's how I feel. Just like I feel like if Malachi Black were to come back, you send him to Raw, because that's what Zelina is. You send him to Raw. Montez Ford is on SmackDown. Guess who else is on SmackDown? Bianca Belair. So it really does make sense. If you look at it, Shayna Baszler is on SmackDown. Her significant other, Dakota Kai, she's on SmackDown now, I believe.
No, she's on Raw. Both of them are on Raw.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because Shayna Baszler initially was supposed to be on SmackDown, but she got traded back to Raw. So, what's up, Rage? How are you doing, Rage? Shout out to Rage. I'll make sure y'all go subscribe to Rage.
Also, I gotta say this, Otis and guys, everybody that was on the live stream Friday, man. That live stream's over 800 views, man. On Friday.
What?
It's over 800.
Yo, that's what's up.
Over 800.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a 800 view live yet. Let's make that happen over here. But that's fire, bro. Hell yeah.
Shocked
Hell yeah. I was a part of it a little bit, so I was a part of that 800 a little bit.
Was in there, I think.
It's all good. Yeah.
Where the hell Hooligan, man? Where's Hooligan?
He talked to Jeremy though, but he didn't talk to me though. I mean, he talked to me the other day when I was at work though. He said he's good and everything. He's resting. He's resting today. He's resting today. He's chilling. He's chilling. Hooligram is being hooli. He's chilling. He's chilling. Hey guys, Script said he's doing a King and Queen of the Ring preview at 10:30 next Saturday, right before I go live. So y'all go over there and get that preview on out the way. I'll be over there chilling with Scripts, getting ready for my live. We're gonna talk about it, and then y'all shoot on over here to my channel. We get ready to crown us a new King and Queen of the Ring in
at 8 o'clock. Hey, do you guys want to do a Big Mo Bebe podcast Saturday night? You want to do that?
Saturday night?
Next Saturday. Next Saturday.
Next Saturday night. 25th. I'm down.
After you do.
I'm down.
What did I miss?
I'm down.
Collision. Collision's going to be live for MGM Grand. So.
What did I miss?
I was about this close to finishing my thought.
I don't know. You missed the glove convention. You missed the shade convention. You missed all the conventions, bro. I'm sorry, man. It's crazy.
Hey, hold on. Before we hey, go ahead, Future. Finish up your thought. I know you was talking about how these wrestlers are feeling now that Triple H is in total control? With this being said, I'm gonna ask either one of you guys, and I'm gonna keep it with Future first. Do you see anybody else possibly taking a chance on WWE?
I could see Keith Lee coming back.
Yep.
Because they use
Keith
him
Lee,
for shit in AEW.
Keith Lee, Buddy Murphy,
Pretty Ricky.
Buddy Matthews.
Yeah, Ricky Starks. I think Big
Ricky
Bill.
Starks is already.
I think
Ricky
Big
Starks
Bill-
was already a given.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
I
absolutely.
mean, he's a
I can see
loyal
Big
guy.
Bill.
Him and Tony Khan are like this, but still, I don't know how far that is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I could see Big Bill. Hell, fuck it. I see because I definitely see Malachi. Yeah, Ricky Starks is pretty much a no-brainer. And that's I mean, we've all been talking about that, you know. But I can see a few other people. I can see people from TNA. You know, we talk about Jordan Grace, we talk about Moose, Masha Slamovich. I can see her over there. You know, I mean, I ultimately see TNA and WWE working together to do like some back and forth trading
Guys,
and
I'm
stuff.
predicting that Moose is going to be in the Royal Rumble. There's rumors. I hope he does. He would fit like a glove. The Royal Rumble.
Moose in the Rumble.
Moose.
I figured that Moose will probably be in last year's Rumble. I do see him in the Rumble. How long does he go for in the Rumble? I don't know.
Jordan Grace maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, Jordan Grace was damn near Jordan Grace was close damn near to the Final Four. So
she got like top 8. Like top 8 last year.
Well, I think Jordan Grace being in this past year's Rumble had a lot, if not everything, to do with Naomi, because they wanted to get Naomi back for whatever reason. And then I guess as a caveat to her coming back, from what I understood, was that Jordan Grace was kind of one of those shots because she's never really been given a chance with WWE and always been put on the back burner, and then never got called up to the PC for whatever reason. And this was kind of a nod to her deserving that shot. So whether or not that was like a sign that she was coming in, it had everything to do with Naomi putting her neck on the line out for her. And crickets.
oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just had a feeling that Jordan Grace having any kind of position in the Rumble had everything to do with Naomi.
I agree with you on that one. Hey, Future, explain yourself. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Are you trying to summon?
Listen. No.
Alfredo?
I was just trying.
We do not need Alfredo here.
Future, blink 5 times if Alfredo has a gun.
The cheese man.
Oh gosh.
The cheese man.
Terrible.
The cheese man.
Cheese man.
Oh, well, Future, I want you to look in your camera, Future. Look directly into your camera. If Alfredo's holding a gun to your head, I need you to blink 5 times, like Rob
blink
said.
5 times.
All right.
Blink.
Yeah.
I'll send the RoboCop up there. Jeremy to come get you.
Jeremy the RoboCop. Man.
The RoboCop, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't make me pull out my gun on stream. Don't make me pull out my gun on stream.
There's a green screen.
I will defend people's groceries with my life.
Oh my God, with your life.
And with my gun.
Hey, that is a cool background, Future. I like that. It makes me think that you actually went and got that custom made or found that at a Hobby Lobby somewhere.
I spent all about 8 seconds on
went to a Hobby
Googling
Lobby.
it.
Google it.
If I could find one like that, I'll do mine like that. We all should find one like that. Robert have one that says Rob, Jeremy, one that says Jeremy. That'd be dope as shit. That'd be dope as shit if we could do that. But yeah, man, that's man, Kenny Omega. I just feel like maybe when this next contract is up, maybe
I think he's done after this contract. So I think
he might
done.
be. He might be. If so, with this what he's going through with this diverticulitis, with this that he's going through, I really want him to really.
Well,
just
he's
start
talking
slowing
about
down now.
that. There's been stories coming out about him speculating because he's had this Twitch stream for a couple months now. He's been talking about potentially returning at the level he was before his major surgeries that led his last world title run. Basically, when him and Paige were still doing the run with the tag titles, like he wants to come back at that level and make a return. And so, with him saying that, and then everything that we've seen leading up until now, with him coming back, making it and saying that he, like, basically ensuring us that he's coming back, like, and then taking the shots to the gut. There's no way he would be doing that if he was not in any case ready to go. So my main thing is he's literally getting ready. Like, he may want to retire in a few years, but like, he still feels himself like he owes it to us to get back healthy and to finish out strong at the very least.
Yep.
So I mean, I really feel like there's a lot of shades of kayfabe blocking out what is really going on, because I really feel like he already got that surgery, whether he says that he hasn't gotten it and he's at such a risk factor for A, B, and C. I think that it's all just a story just to further the whole angle. Like, there's no way he isn't ready.
Yeah, I feel well. And if he's not ready, he's like so close to being ready. So
he wouldn't have taken any physicality, let alone even gotten in the ring if he wasn't at all cleared, or if there was even a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, I think he's ready. I think they're just kind of playing with our emotions for a minute until biding time.
Yeah, I think we'll find out tomorrow on Dynamite, because I think Kenny Omega is scheduled to be on Dynamite tomorrow.
There's a lot happening tomorrow on Dynamite. I can't wait.
It is going to be a lot happening tomorrow. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my bro down here, Rob. He's going to be doing a live watch along, and he's going to tell you, detail by detail of what's going on, man. So make sure you guys check out my boy Hoodie, Funny Rob, bang.
Hopefully spoilers are not included.
Hey, he spoiled you, not me. He spoiled you last night, not me. That was him. That was Mr. Otis.
How rare do I do that?
Hey, you did it too. You did it too.
So, do you think if this is the way Kenny Omega is going, and let's say that he might have to, but do you think that some of these stars, some of these wrestlers are going to, I don't want to say they're going to regret not giving the E a shot, but would you say that the thoughts of them would be like, I had an opportunity, but
I can definitely say the idea of going there is more appealing now than it probably has ever been to anybody in that position or in that industry. But it's just a matter of what if they're able to meet the standards, regardless. Like, oh yeah, it's much more appealing now, the idea of going there because Vince is gone. But it doesn't, it doesn't mean that their standards are going to change. It just means that they might not have the same prejudices that Vince had before.
Right. So when you look at something like that, and I sit here and I'm like, you look at a Kenny Omega. If he never shows up in the E, I think he's fine with that. Although, I know he wanted a WrestleMania match. That was one of his bucket lists, is what he called it.
Man.
One of his bucket lists. He wanted a WrestleMania.
I also want to say something. So, not about that. Yeah. Not about that. It's about the Cody Rhodes and Roman thing. Because
hold on.
About that.
Hold it.
What?
Do not make me give you the duck. Hold it. Let's. I'm on a roll. I'm on the roll.
Go.
And I got a lot of butter. And I got a lot of butter. No Diddy. All right.
All right.
But,
all right, roll bounce.
But
all right.
Don't give me that look, Jeremy. Don't give me that look, Jeremy. But
Gang.
But I think if Kenny doesn't show up and if he never has his WrestleMania match at this point, I think he's cool with it.
I think there's a certain level of there's a certain level of closure that certain people that age, at least the age that Kenny is, regardless, he knows that if he barks at WWE the right way, they'll fucking bend over backwards to give him a contract. You know they will.
Absolutely.
So
no
it's not necessarily a matter of whether he thinks they would let him in. It's just a matter of whether he is ready for that, or if his time is come and gone. And that's almost what I worry is the case.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way because everybody would love to see Omega in a WrestleMania main event world championship match. I think if Omega did that, that would cap off his greatest career of all the wrestling that he has done, whether in Japan and AEW. I think that's a lot for a lot of the wrestlers. Like if you take Nick and Mac Jackson and put them in I'm sure they got a WrestleMania dream that I think they'll get that, but it'll be much, much later on down the line, of course. And it's crazy because a lot of people on the internet, they're sitting here talking when Kenny Omega had that stream, like, are you leaving? Are you leaving AEW? Like, are you going to WWE? Are you going back to New Japan? Like, they were asking him these type of questions, and Kenny Omega just had to roll his eyes at the comments, and it was crazy.
Like, you guys can't. Like, who do you think I am?
He had to roll his eyes at the comments. So I thought that was a pretty interesting listen. You guys can go check out his channel on Twitch, and you guys can go watch it. And then you guys can come back to this same video and comment at the bottom on how you feel on what Kenny Omega should do. Rob, go ahead with your announcement. Go ahead, bro.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Is he coming out to us?
Nope. Still can't hear you, Rob. What did you did, Rob? What did you do?
I think the Lord and Savior just doesn't want him to come out on stream to everybody.
Oh, the Lord welcomes everybody here in the Bay Bay Resort.
Lord Omast.
Yeah, check out Future's new shirt.
I see your lips moving, but I can't make out the words.
Future is definitely rocking the.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Oh, Lord. Well, Rob does have a message that he would like to relay to us, but for some reason he is being shut out. I think Charlotte got a hold of his phone setup and decided to quiet him for a little bit, and he will be right back. Before that, I got a little small talk.
Never thought I'd be so thankful for Charlotte.
I got a little small topic I want to talk about before we go to the Billy Gunn story defending Mr. Tony Khan. Mid-Mo Smart.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Obviously, he did something because I think we're going to have Mid-Mo Smart versus Dax Hardwood on X.
No. Jesse put out a very similar tweet himself.
Explain. If Jesse was here, I'll tell him to explain himself too.
All right.
Shout out to
what the fuck? Okay, where are the rankings? What do they matter in this case? If the rankings matter, quit making a story out of shit that doesn't fucking have anything to do with rankings. You guys are fucking driving me nuts. I love AEW, but you're driving me nuts. Give me some sense out of this shit.
Oh my goodness.
It's pro wrestling. It shouldn't upset me like this.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you
Hey!
Oh gosh, not Dax.
Did you see the word? Did you see the words between Dax? Did you see the words between Jesse Dax and Midmo Smart over here?
No.
Did you see the
Wait a second. Did they respond to me?
I don't know if they responded when I last looked at it. If you want to check on that,
do something to Dax. I didn't see the response.
I didn't see a response.
I didn't see a response. I just put out my thoughts. I was just like, and I didn't even add him. So like, I was just putting it out there to put it out there. Like, where's the fucking story?
He knows who you are. You took a picture with him.
I wanted to say something about. I just got done watching WWE Rivals of Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair from like '80, the first 2 Starrcade matches or something like that. I'm like, this reminds me of Cody and Roman. This reminds me of Cody and Roman. Did they copy and paste this shit 40 years later?
Oh, it's possible. It's possible
Cody
they might have took a little pieces out of it.
Cody was Dusty and he got screwed or something like that. Yeah, Roman was the first one.
And Roman was Ric Flair.
Yeah, Roman was Ric Flair.
Yeah. I feel like they took bits and pieces off of that. I do.
Bloodline. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like they took bits and pieces off of that and kind of incorporated into the story.
He had a broken arm on the way. just like Dusty.
Like I feel,
man, don't scare me like that. Y'all are like, making me feel like, what did I miss? Is it he's been lighting my Twitter up and I just haven't seen it? Like, whoa!
Like
I checked it like an hour ago.
I saw Jesse and I saw yours tweets. I didn't see him reply nothing.
Yeah, I don't think I got it. I don't think I would have gotten anything.
Hold on, let me check right now.
That was just a hot take I wanted to say. I just got done watching it. It's fresh in my mind
right now.
Like,
because I saw the comment and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, it's you're right though. They did little bits and pieces from that feud because I didn't even watch the rest of it, but it reminded me. And let me tell you something. Hold on. Whoever keep putting JD's and Solomon's face on the rockers. And,
that was so fucking great. JD's like, fuck, I'm Janetti.
Oh my goodness. JD is Janetti. Wow. This is funny. This is funny as hell. I like it. I like it. It is
Lord.
Hilarious.
That is hilarious.
I didn't see a response. I just wanted to comment on the whole rankings thing, and because even JD has been saying that the rankings they're not mattering like they're supposed to matter. Like, Dax has a championship match on Dynamite for the Continental Championship, and like, I guess you can, in a way, I understand why they put Dax there because Dax can put on some great matches.
It's all it is. No, all it is because Dax and because FTR came out for Team AEW. That's the only reason. This is so formulaically from WWE. It's such a WWE format that, like, there is no meaning. The rankings don't fucking matter in this. And if they're saying they need to make sense out of it. Otherwise, they're like, say this does not follow any rankings format at all. This is just literally a teaser because we're getting this at Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
right.
I've heard it
plain and simple.
Say anything about the rankings or anything past months. I haven't heard the announce team say anything. It's like they don't even
like. I would just rather, like, if they're gonna, I'd rather be them just do away with them than being gaslit over it. Like, again, it's like they're insulting our intelligence.
You know what, Mr. Future? We're all nerds, and we're proud to be one. All right. I'm legitimately a nerd. I'm just the coolest nerd you will ever meet.
I'm gonna pretend she didn't say that because she don't know what she's talking about, nor does she know what I'm talking about. So,
what's up, Mike?
You're not a nerd. Mike? You're a geek.
Yeah.
That's
right.
That's all right though. That's all right. Future,
I was I was looking on. I'm looking on Twitter. I'm trying to find all the art. I mean, I like what Jesse said. He's like, "Oh, if only a ranking system mattered."
And it doesn't. It just,
And
I think all of us in
what
unison at one time was like, just get rid of them. Get rid of the
in
rankings.
a similar.
If you're not going to use them, if you're not going to follow them, why do you even have them? Like, they haven't updated the rankings in fucking 2 months.
2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Legitimately, 2 months. Go ahead, Future.
If you want to look at the something similar that happened, what happened last week in the Queen of the Ring tournament? Did Laya Valkyrie not beat Dakota Kai? And then Dakota Kai had a match against Becky. Granted, it was a time filler, but I mean, you fail upwards. So, like, I don't.
Well,
I
but
don't
they've never
understand
really.
how-
But they don't follow the ranking system, and they never pretended to. They have their own set of qualifiers and who's eligible for matches, but at the same time, like, it's not based on a win-loss record. It's just based on history. Period.
They just have like silly matchmaking. Let's just do it.
Right.
But when they made a deal about bringing the rankings back and it having a system, you can't help but just question the logic of, like, if this was a movie, this would be a plot hole. You're like, what are we watching here?
Yep.
You mean
Glock? No, it's not Dax. It's Cash.
Glock Wheeler. Well, he's not Glock Wheeler no more.
Cash Wheeler, yeah. I told y'all this was going to happen like that. Yeah, it's just a situation where road rage. Somebody said he had a gun, and whether he did or not, like, they just probably got lucky in assuming that he did. Because if he actually did anything menacing with it, it would have actually it would have been discovered.
If he did, he didn't show it or anything. So.
See, that's why I have to wear shirts that have sleeves, because I don't have a concealed carry license. So
you don't need one in Missouri. I mean, I got some guns too, but I also got a gun right here too.
Hey, Future, I know what you mean. Trust me, I know what you mean, bro.
It's a burden carrying these things around.
It is. It's you got to hide like this. And look at this guy right here with the walk. The walk.
Hey, by the way, I showed Kanisha what that is, and she thinks it's fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious. It is hilarious. All right. I'm pretty sure my bro from the Mo is going to get more into the Cash Wheeler incident, as well as the ranking systems between him and Dax Hardwood on Thursday on Decoding Kayfabe.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
Fucking
Rob, you listen. Tell Charlotte to get out of your phone, bro, because now we can't hear you no more. Come on, bro. Are you over there? Does Andrade know that you got Charlotte at your house, man? Does Andrade know that you got Charlotte? You're muted.
Papi's gonna chinga tai culo, motherfucker.
All right, Rob, you probably gotta back out and come back in.
Reset.
Then we'll give you your time. Tell Charlotte to leave you alone and let you do the podcast, and we'll be all good. Jen said, "Bang bang."
Charlotte's rehabbing. Can't you tell?
Yeah, she's rehabbing with Rob apparently, because the sound keep going off over there where he's at. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Tony Khan being defended by Billy Gunn. So in the article that I found, it said Billy Gunn has worked for Vince McMahon, Dixie Carter, and now Tony Khan. So Billy Gunn also shared his perspective on working with Tony Khan and why it is so easy for him. And he said that in his experience with Tony Khan, his relationship with Tony Khan has been straightforward. He basically gives emphasis to the simplicity of their working relationship. And he also talks about the critics and people that go after Tony Khan on a daily basis. And he says this, easy. It's easy. He said, trolls only say what they do because they don't work for him. You know how it is. Everybody has an opinion out there, which means absolutely nothing until you walked in my shoes. Don't tell me how to walk in them. That was what he said about Tony Khan and defended Tony Khan against all the trolls on Twitter about how he is running AEW. I'm going to start with Rob, if he can hear me. Testing Rob, 1, 2, 3.
I hear you.
I want to just get that news out right now so he can.
Shut up, Jeremy. Drive. Focus. Focus on driving, Jeremy. Now, while we got Rob had to take the time to put down the new hard drive to put into Charlotte. Get it? Wink, wink.
I'm not in Andrade.
Wow.
I'm not in Andrade.
All right. What was you going to say? Because I'm gonna let you lead off with your remarks about Billy Gunn. But what was you going to say before Charlotte took over your phone?
I was gonna say, Jeremy, are you going to that laundromat or something? What's that shit in the back? Look at suspect.
Oh, are those baskets? Those are baskets.
I've got
I believe
the baskets for different orders of groceries.
Yeah, those are.
So if I get like 3 or 4 orders in a row, I can put them all in the back seat or in my trunk.
All right.
Time consuming. That's saving time. Hard worker, absolutely.
Anyway, tell us give us your announcement before your audio goes heel again.
Nothing. I just really already did it. With 800 views, it's crazy. On Friday's live stream was great.
Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, he got 800 views on Friday, bro. We was a part of that, bro. Yeah, right. I know. But what are your thoughts? But what are your thoughts on Billy Gunn defending Tony Khan against the trolls on Twitter? Oh no, he went. The audio went heel again. His audio went heel again. What is going on with my bros? All right, you out. All right, Rob. Deuces, man. Hey, reset your phone and come back, and we'll try it again. Jeremy, I'll let you go. I'll go ahead and let you go. What are your thoughts on Billy Gunn defending Tony Khan?
I mean, ultimately, it's nothing more than everybody. It's nothing different than Bryan Danielson. What he came out doing that seemed a lot less forced this past week on Collision when he came out and had his match, and then was talking to the crowd, and like it seemed like that. Exactly what it was, and just in defense of him, and whether he, I believe that fully that TK is a great guy. He's probably really nice, but I mean, it's just the dichotomy of the wrestling business, and when two companies are that renowned in the fact that they're both on TV, they both have this star power behind them. It's just naturally going to be a cutthroat kind of situation, and so with all the shit that's come out with it on AEW, that ultimately again, AEW and WWE, you can attribute those two companies and the fans and the toxicity amongst the IWC, you can attribute that to the same likeness as the political landscape in this country. It's so divided. And so, yeah, Billy Gunn came out and defended TK because he felt he needed to.
And who else would? Who else is going to do? He's, in my eyes,
not many.
Billy Gunn is the only one that I've seen has defended Tony Khan in the past month and a half, I would say. Ever since the Jack Perry incident, he's the only one that came out to defend Tony Khan in anything that he did. So so kudos to Billy Gunn. Badass Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass, Daddy Ass. So yeah.
I am done seeing Billy Gunn in the ring. Overall, he does nothing. He's not helping the Acclaimed anymore by being with them. Yeah, there's nothing. I would much rather him work with his kids. I'd much rather him work with his kids and move on from the Acclaimed. But ultimately, I can't say I disagree with him going to bat for TK. Because yeah, like say, out of the handful of people that probably could do it, he was probably one of the best. My only concern is that anybody's going to look at that stuff and see it as forced. Just because of the heat that AEW's already got, and the idea and what Tony Khan has always said is to be AEW is to always be under attack. I mean, so it's only natural that the top guys or the OGs of the company are going to come out and defend it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Future, what's your thoughts, Future, on Billy Gunn defending Tony Khan?
I would say that there was a point in time where CM Punk would have said that he enjoyed working there because he was in Tony's pocket.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Billy Gunn might have a little favorable booking, favorable treatment, and therefore it's easy for him. I think somebody that's kind of gotten a little disillusioned, and you can even see it in the way he wrestles. You know, when he's on TV, he just looks like he doesn't want to be there. Is Wardlow.
Ooh, wait.
Because I mean,
Wardlow.
When he was in that big push and coming off the MJF feud and getting his emancipation,
Yep.
he was he looked like a really good, easygoing dude. And then they cut his hair off, and he's been on TV very sparingly. And he would probably say that at one point when he was in the pocket, it was easy, and now it's a little rougher. So, what he put the trios belt on him. He had him in the top of the line storyline with the Acclaimed and feuding with his sons. You know, he was getting the exposure and he was getting the rub. And so, asking somebody a question like that seems kind of leading because you kind of expect what the answer is going to be. And I think Tony Khan needs some good press right now because I think AEW has kind of a unfavorable opinion amongst the greater people that watch this show and are in the you've got the folks that are going to be with it no matter what, and there's going to be people that are going to be against it no matter what. But if all they're kind of hearing, I hate using the term the normies because it's such a derogatory term. But if you just get people the casual people that aren't really following it fully, and all they see is, oh man, this guy must be a joke. He needed some good press, and having an interview like that gave him some, especially coming off Punk and Ariel Helwani.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, I agree with that. You hit some good points on that too, Future. But when I look at it, it's and Jen hits a couple of good points right here. Like Billy Gunn is definitely he's going to defend any company that he is up under. I don't necessarily remember any time that he defended WWE, but obviously he stayed there for so long. So obviously, in some way, he might have defended them, and that even goes with with your X-Pacs of the world and your Road Dogg Jesse James and stuff like that. So and to me it makes Tony Khan look a little weak, just due to the fact that Tony Khan is not out there trying to defend himself, but other than that, he just wants to be petty. TK. Like I think if Tony Khan were to go out there and defend himself just a little bit,
I think
what I'm saying.
I have a feeling that we all want to say it's petty, but at the same time, like we're all predisposed and got a predisposition about him to think he's being petty just because he is mad about certain things. And I think TK is the furthest from petty. I think he's just literally in constant defense of himself and based on the attacks that he perceives as valid to him, we just perceive it as petty. We just perceive that his reaction is petty. So, like say, regardless, I think it's all subjective whether we think he's being petty or whether he's legitimately just defending himself. Whether he invites a lot of the nonsense on himself, that's a very plausible assertion. Although, like say, when you're putting yourself out there as one of the top alternatives aside from WWE and the wrestling industry, that is going to get you some heat. So I feel like it's it's inherent. Just the and with the dynamic that the wrestling business has taken, like say it's had its rises and its falls when WCW and WWE or WWF at the time were going at each other. Like say it's there's times where it's going to have a hot period and a cold period, and then when WWE's cold, AEW might be hot again, or vice versa, or we might have a cold, like both cold companies, and we just can't deal with either for a while. But I mean, it really comes down to the fan base and their subjective opinions versus the objective reasoning why TK does what he does. I can talk circles around this whole situation, but it's just what the fan base is it's just what the fan base is wants at that point. We're all fucking fickle. Like one, and especially Jen. Especially Jen.
Well,
you're fickle.
We have to kind of self-validate, meaning the brand that we pick has to be the best brand. I love AEW. I love WWE. I'm a PS4, PlayStation guy. I'm an Xbox guy. I'm a Coke guy. I'm a Pepsi guy. It's like there's all kinds of sodas. There's all kinds of video games. There's all kinds of wrestling. Let's go, guys.
Man. Hold on. Future. Say that one more time, Future. Say it again for the people in the back who didn't hear you.
I said there's all kinds of soda. There's all kinds of video games. There's all kinds of wrestling. Let's just enjoy it all.
There's a phrase that was coined a while back. Enjoy your wrestling, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. If you like backyard wrestling, by all means, do you. I like WWE. I grew up on WWE. I like AEW. AEW is an upbringing. It is something, well, it used to be something different. I don't know what they're doing now. But it's still a different promotion. It's still something different to watch other than WWE. I still like New Japan. Every now and then these days, I watch NXT. You know what I'm saying? I might even peep in on a TNA show. Oh, my God. What am I saying? I'm losing my goddamn mind, ain't I? But it's whatever wrestling. I enjoy wrestling, period. No matter what promotion or anything. I still go back. Look, there's times where I go back and watch my BOW episodes. Because it's good, and I want to make myself laugh by hearing my goofy ass voiceover commentating, and that's for real. So, but for me, it's a good thing. I just want Tony Khan to step up a little bit. Take onus of your own actions. If you fuck up, just say, "Look, hey, I slipped. It's okay. I caught myself. Let's do it again." And let's move on, But just like Future said, go ahead, you good. But
I was just saying, hold that thought. I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead. But just like Future said, there's a lot of wrestling. We got a lot of soda. We got a lot of different types of chips. It's whatever you do. Let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy that. So, but yeah. I'm giving a comment of the stream to Future for that. Hey, I might put that in my intro. I literally might put that in my intro. So, like, if there's so much wrestling, so much sodas, and so much chips and varieties of food, why are we arguing over what we like? And yes, tribalism does suck. So let's just all be happy that we enjoy wrestling. We enjoy professional sports. So it's all good. I got one more story, and then we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw a little bit before we get up out of here. So Fightful just reported. Actually, I heard as of yesterday that Jesse Ventura, Jesse the Body Ventura, former governor of the state of Minnesota. I don't know if he's still governor there or not. He is in talks with WWE for a Legends contract. And this is what he says. He says, I'm back negotiating with WWE. We're in talks right now. I have contracts with my attorney right now with WWE. That happened because of the change in direction with the company. Whew. Wow. Wow. We don't know right now fully, but they want to bring me back under their Legends contract. I'm getting older. I'm in my 70s. I guess I like opening up the door at the end and see what's left. It's not like I'm going to go back in on the mic. I have to be honest. I have no idea who wrestles anymore. Obviously,
well, the
Jesse the Body
needs a vulture.
Yeah,
they need a vulture, or they need a crypt keeper. Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
My man ain't looking exactly like he's gonna jump in the ring anytime soon either.
Oh God, I hope not. I do not want this like a Flair thing or that. Like he comes back. I wouldn't mind him getting on the mic for like a once in a year type thing, maybe a backstage commentating thing, or maybe they bring Future. Do you remember back in the 90s, back when WWE was WWF, and we used to watch like WWF superstars and stuff, and then you used to get people like Mean Gene Oakland or Todd Pettengill out in front of the crowd on a little podium and interview wrestlers. You remember those times?
Yeah.
Like I could see them doing something like that with him, just like a little, 5-minute on screen thing. If they wanted to do that, it'll bring a little bit of the old school back, how it was back in the day. I think I would appreciate that to see like they do like a on the stage, or maybe Jesse Ventura will be in the skybox and they'll have the wrestlers come into the skybox and have a conversation of what's going to happen, or I think that'll be awesome to have. But I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to bring Jesse the Body Ventura in. What they're going to have him do or anything. Maybe it's just to be a coach for the younger talent as far as promos and stuff. Because Jesse Ventura was a great promo back in the days. Very good of a promo. So maybe he's probably come back as.
Let me tell you something here, Otis.
Like he'll come back as a vocal coach, promo coach, to some sort of for the people down there at NXT, or maybe for the people that got called up, or if you need just a refresher in promo etiquette or something, maybe that's what Jesse Ventura is going to come back for.
He can teach Liv Morgan not to stutter every time she freaking talks.
Probably, maybe a little help for Jade Cargill and her promo ability as well. So I mean, am I excited? Not really, because I don't have no idea what they're bringing in Jesse Ventura in for. But as of right now, they are negotiating a contract with the Hall of Famer Jesse the Body Ventura. I am going to lead off with Future. And what do you think of Ventura being back in WWE? What do you think the direction could be going, and him not knowing who wrestles, because he's been so out of the game for such a long time, because he stopped watching the product when Vince was in control and everything. But now that he's
probably coming back to call out Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh hell no! I'm immediately. The Future, what direction you see them possibly going with the legendary Jesse the Body Ventura?
I definitely would think it would not be an on-camera thing, because nobody wants to see him on camera. Number one. Number two, I don't know of a crowd that's out there going, man, we got to have Jesse's body back. It's like after he was in Minnesota and the whole fallout from that. And wasn't he in like a lawsuit over a book that he wrote or something? Some weird stuff. Like
I don't know.
he's been in a lot of weird things, and so if he has knowledge and background that would benefit him in a coaching or teaching capacity, off camera, behind the scenes, maybe even at the PC, I could see something like that for him. But otherwise, anything else, do not care. I don't want to see him attached to anybody wrestling. I don't want to hear him commentating because him and Vince used to do the commentating, but I don't want to see him on. I don't even want to see him on NXT doing commentate. I don't want him in that kind of capacity. A backstage training would probably be about the best that I can see.
I said a promo coach at best.
Yeah.
A promo coach. Although like an old school segment, how they used to do in the 90s, I thought it'd be like a once in a year type thing, but just mainly a promo coach. I think that'll be great for Jesse the Body Ventura. Go in there and help these kids with their promos that needs work on their promos and how they pronounce their promos and everything. Because
you go to promo, you go to acting, then you're in politics. You're in front of a national audience. In the spotlight. So
I'm more on the belief that like you can go there, you can learn, because back then I don't think they really was just scripted back then. But maybe it's more of a coaching of a promo on how to be more authentic. Maybe because some of them have a little robotish way of saying things and stuff, because I know we hear from the Midmost Mark and he says things like bulletin points and stuff like that. Maybe that's why Ventura's coming back to be the guy to focus on these bulletin points. You got to focus on these bulletin points when you're doing your promos. You got to deliver with confidence on what you're saying out there. That might be something that Jesse Ventura might say. I would like to get the Midmost Smart's opinion about Jesse Ventura coming back. Jeremy, you're muted. I understand. I know you're muted because I see that you know that you're muted. And I know that you're muted, but now that you're unmuted, let me get your thoughts. Jesse Ventura, Legends contract, WWE, what role do you see him in?
Well, to be honest there, Otis, I really want him to come back and face Sergeant Slaughter at WrestleMania. But no. Yeah, what you guys were saying about him coming back as like a promo coach or some kind of cadence coach of any sort probably makes the most sense. I don't necessarily see the benefit in having him return for more. Like, I know he can't really do any in-ring stuff anymore. So it's going to come down to him just being just working on people and working with people when they're talking.
Right. So yeah, and that's all I see him being, is just a more of a promo cadence coach. The bulletin points that you always mention when they go out there and do their promos and stuff. I think maybe it's just kind of a refresher course to help sharpen up how your delivery and stuff out when you're out there doing your promos and stuff. I think that's the only reason why they're going to bring them back. Maybe a little bit of guidance for Triple H. Maybe he just need a little bit. I mean, he has all the guidance he needs right now, but for him to be back, or Jesse Ventura to be back, it has to be as far as coaching wise for the PC, to help out the younger talent that needs a little work here and there and stuff. So that's how I feel is the reason why he's coming back. And Future think you're the hitman, apparently. Snuck into somebody's house to take somebody out. Apparently,
no,
it's your own
snuck
house.
into my house.
Yeah, he snuck into his own house and stuff. Where's Maverick? I still haven't seen Maverick. I ain't seen Maverick in months. I forgot what my buddy looks like. Because I know you got the phone. I got to see him for a second. We saw Coop. We saw Cooper. Cooper swerved us into the show today. So hey, I'm pretty sure Cooper is laying down, sleep, chilling. He done swerved himself to sleep by now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
Oh,
Usually
Lord,
he's in the dog bed right here, but
you done lost the mascot dog. Oh, he's probably tearing up the house. He done tear. You done let a window open. He done jumped out the window in there. Oh, there he is. There he is.
He's sleeping.
Maverick. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, he has a comfortable bed. Just leave him be. We'll leave him be. Oh, the Mrs. Future said that's the only time she watched wrestling was WWF. She watched Demolition, Axe and Smash, Big Boss Man, Tugboat, or Typhoon, The Natural Disasters, Earthquake, and Typhoon. You know what I'm saying? That's what she watched back in those days. You know, and the Nasty Boys. I'm pretty sure she looks at
The
Future and call
nasty
him.
boy.
Yeah. She probably
Did you
looks
ever
at
watch the
Future.
Bushwhackers?
Yeah, yeah. She probably like the Bushwhackers. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Bushwhackers were always fun for me.
I'm pretty sure Future look at her and say, "Baby, you got a beautiful bushwhacker." And then she looks at
wow.
Future and say, "I'm pretty sure you are a nasty boy." So the golden age is living high and fly there. I'm sorry, Future. I'm sorry, Future. I just had to mess with you, bro. I had to mess with y'all, man. She's part of the family now. She's part of the family now.
Look at this. Making me blush.
So the love
Oh,
it
no.
gets spread around between all of us, man. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. What the hell, Rob? What are you doing? Lucha nerd said Maverick. Maverick said leave him alone to Jeremy.
One
I
second.
think he just gave it the look like, "What's up, y'all? All right, I'm napping at the moment. I had to deal with Maximus all night while the Midmo Smart slept. So, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's get into a little bit of Raw from last night. Before we get up out of here, before we do that, I want to shout out to all you guys in the chat, man. I really appreciate you guys for being here, man, for episode 29 of the BiggOh wrap up. We're gonna have episode 30 next Tuesday. So make sure you guys hit that like, press that subscribe if you haven't. Let me give you a little second to subscribe. Appreciate that. And press that bell, ring that bell, ding, ding, ding for all notifications so you don't miss nothing right here on the show.
Ding.
As Apollo Creed says at the end of Rocky 3. Ding, ding.
Ding a ding.
A ding.
Make sure you guys go shout out and follow to my boys, Midmo Smart on his channel on YouTube, Decoding Kayfabe, coming soon on Thursday. While you're at it, just go follow Scripts on X, go follow Scripts on YouTube, subscribe to Scripts because he's going live 10:30 next Saturday before I go live for the King and Queen of the Ring watch along. Make sure you guys will be there. I will be there as well. Hey, give Future a follow too. At hey, if you want to shout out your X, your Twitter, whatever you want to call it, you can go ahead and do so, Future. But and also go follow Rage, go follow DEG, Dr. Evil Genius, Mr. and Mrs. Evil at the Talking Shit Podcast. Go follow Guardian of Chaos, my bro, the GOC of the IWC. We're still waiting on Jen to start her channel so we can all go follow her. But you can go subscribe and follow her anyway. She ain't got to put out one single content. I guarantee you she'll get to 1,000 subscribers. Follow my boy Hoodie, Rob Bebe. He will be live for Dynamite tomorrow. He's also going to be live for Collision and SmackDown on Friday. Also, go follow my boy Hologram. Very knowledgeable guy. One of the most wisest guys that I know in my lifetime, man. Just such a cool dude. I am happy to call him a brother from another mother, as well as Jeremy and Future. Go follow Little Montana, my boy Chips. He's on X. Go follow him on YouTube as well. And shout out to my boy Kratos, man. Where have you been, bro? We miss you, bro. Ain't seen you in a cool minute. Hope everything's good with you, man. And if I miss you guys, I'm sorry, but just know that I love you guys, man. And without you guys, none of this would be possible. So appreciate you, man. Don't forget to hit that like, and subscribe to the channel. So, and if you feel like you want to support the channel, you can donate to the Cash App that's scrolling at the bottom. It's not necessarily, I just want you guys to hit that thumbs up. That's all that matters to me, and I really do appreciate that. All right, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. And really, it wasn't a bad show. It was definitely a pretty good show. It was a story enhanced, and a lot of people, a whole lot of people are pissed at the fact that Jey Uso beat Ilya Dragunov. I'm finna give my thoughts real quick, and then I'm going to shoot it over to Future, and then from Future we're going to go to the Mid-Mo Bro.
You go to the Mid-Mo Bro second. He hasn't.
Okay.
No, hold on. I'm
'Cause
trying to get set up.
Yeah, he's getting set up right now. Okay. All right. There we go. Are we good now?
Oh, I got the duck.
You got the.
Yep,
Yeah, all
you
right.
got the duck.
Okay, there he is. There he is. All right, so here's my thoughts. I'm going to get right into this steak and potatoes real quick. Jey Uso defeated Ilya Dragunov. I have another question that follows that. Does it make sense? And I will say that my initial thoughts was totally wrong. And it literally took a while. And I even watched JD's little snippet that he put out on YouTube earlier. I even watched that. Actually, it was on Twitter. I watched the little snippet he put out on Twitter earlier because I didn't get a chance to watch the whole show. I got caught up in some business. I do agree what he's saying, but and I have to understand that it's more about long-term booking. If you do Dragunov, if you do Ilya versus Gunther now, you're giving away a pay-per-view match. I understand that. I do. I totally understand that. That opens the door because I've always said that Ilya has always been the one to thwart Gunther's success. He's always been the one to stop Gunther on his reign of terror and take whatever Gunther has earned. He's just been that guy. What JD said, it made sense, but I got a question for JD because if you prolong this match, my question is this: you don't do it now, and that's fair. Let Gunther have his moment. Let him go ahead, get into the finals because I mean, they do have either way. I mean, now that when you hear about it, it's like when do you pull the trigger on Uther, on Ilya and Gunther? When do you pull the trigger on that? Does Jey Uso beat Gunther? Because you cannot afford, like JD said, you cannot afford Gunther to lose twice in 6 weeks in a way that does kind of diminishes.
The fact
that kind of diminishes everything that even when he lost at WrestleMania, he still had. Yeah. Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead.
The whole fact that they had
damn it, you.
The whole fact that they had Gunther in any kind of bracket, which that was on the same side as Ilya, just showed that there's a very good possibility that they could face each other, and so everybody was gung ho on that. Everybody remembers what they did in NXT, and it was just a sight to see. And so, based on that, like everybody's just got it in their head that that's the direction they want to go, and so it was a nice little swerve in a sense. Like I say, I wasn't necessarily the most keen on Dragunov losing to Jey anyway, but when you look at the other side of the bracket on SmackDown and see who just beat Angelo Dawkins, who was originally supposed to be Bobby Lashley. It's hard to say that they would have given Tama Tonga an L on his debut match anyway, regardless of whether it was going to be Bobby Lashley or Angelo Dawkins. So seeing that and the bloodline, the parallels that run with the bloodline on the SmackDown side Tama won his first match, so now he's moving on. It's kind of an obvious nature that he's going to go to the finals. For what he's going to, like say, I don't. He's probably going to face Randy in the finals for sure.
Right. So I agree with that. I'm going ahead and say Randy Orton is in the finals regardless.
In the
I'm still
SmackDown
going to go. Yeah,
finals.
I'm still going to go with Gunther versus Randy Orton in the finals. Future, Future. How are you feeling after Jey Uso defeated Ilya Dragunov? Like, what are your thoughts as far as where they're going right now?
I will concur with what you said about it's too soon for Ilya versus Gunther. I'll go back to what I said last night. What we all wanted to see was Ilya win. What we were going to get was Jay, and that's exactly what we got. And then I had those scenarios that nothing came true, but we'll get it. We'll get it at some point. But it would have been giving away a higher than mid card match for free on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Mrs. Future, don't worry. I got you. I'm gonna have Future do a special shout out to you on the way out. So don't worry. You just hang tight and grab your little beverage and kick your little feet up because I know you probably wear a size 5 in shoes and just stay tuned. So my next thing is this because okay, what
I'm sorry. Hold on. This is too.
JD came up with a point, and I want to get you guys' point about this as well. Jey Uso, do you incorporate the bloodline story in this tournament if it ends up being Tama Tonga versus Jey Uso in the finals?
The only way that would work for me is I wouldn't see anybody else but Jimmy coming back. I wouldn't put the whole bloodline in it, but I could see Jimmy coming back into this, and then that puts him and Jay back together. So it could catapult into.
Yeah, I can see that future. Bring Jimmy in. Maybe Jimmy helps Jey Uso win the King of the Ring. Maybe Jimmy Uso helps Jey Uso defeat Gunther next week.
That's fucking funny.
That is hilarious. Wait until you see the
I don't know. I would save Jimmy for the pay-per-view.
Okay, save him for next Saturday. I like that. I like that idea. I do like that idea.
Because
my bro from the Mo.
These international shows don't tend to be terribly story heavy. They still kind of maintain that showcase.
Primarily exhibition.
And right now Jey Uso has to go because he's got the hottest entrance, and it gets everybody popping, and he has to be there. So I don't see him losing.
Yeah. Man, that is so crazy. King of the Ring, main event, Jey Uso. King main event, Jey Uso. I don't know. I look at. I don't know. Maybe I'm just still stuck to the the formula on how the King of the Ring used to be back in the day. The winner gets a title shot. We still don't know what the winner gets besides a nice looking crown, I guess. Yeah, but it's because I look at it like I don't know how Triple H is going to do the King of the Ring. Will they get a title shot after they win the King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring? But it's because we're still waking up. We're still waiting on Jacob Fatu, and we're still waiting on
Zilla.
Maybe Zilla Fatu. The rest of this whole bloodline. Like, how and when do you insert Jacob Fatu? I think, me personally, if you add the bloodline story into this King of the Ring tournament, I think it makes good TV. I think it really does kind of enhance the it really enhances the bloodline story a little bit more because now there are things that's on the line and they can cause that to happen, which could ultimately make Jay, help out Paul Heyman and try to figure out how to stop this new regime of the bloodline. That's why I feel like it should be involved. JD does not believe that it needs to be involved in it, and I understand why he says so. But I look
I mean,
at
if they're gonna, if we're looking at the bloodline civil war that we all want, and a blood and guts type match at Survivor Series,
yes.
it's a pretty good chance to start laying that groundwork now.
Yeah, and that's why I think if you add the bloodline story in this King of the Ring tournament, it's just more fuel to that. It's a better reason why it could be war games. You cause Jay Uso that you cost Jimmy what 2 months of his of whoever else and possibly even Roman not Roman Reigns Paul Heyman into this this whole fracas to where Roman has to come and basically be the savior for the OG bloodline, and that's the way I see it happening. Like I think I'm not going to say
If
right,
if you see
here's the
that
time.
solo bloodline beating him down and Roman comes back, the fucking pop
Yeah,
that Roman
yeah,
Reigns
I
will
saw that.
get as a face
Yeah.
Roman.
Yeah, he will.
He has
He
come in
will.
full circle just by being absent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It will literally be the Roman Reigns that we've always wanted to have when he first came in. It was shoved down our fucking throat for 6 years, and we didn't like it. But it'll be the right one, the one that we should have got when Vince was in charge. But we'll wait and see on that. I just think it's so many avenues because if Gunther does end up defeating Jey Uso, he goes on to the finals. Jesus, like who do you give the King of the Ring to if it's Jey Uso and if it's Randy Orton and Gunther? Like I'm still going with Gunther. I'm still saying Gunther wins the King of the Ring. The man held the Intercontinental title for 666 days,
And then
and yes,
when
he
he
lost.
comes out wearing a cape, being the king's cape, and he looks like M Bison, comes
Oh, that'd be so dope. That'd be so dope.
out.
But now that I'm actually just sitting here thinking about it, I do not want to see Gunther walk around with a crown over his head. I don't. I think Gunther is above that. I really do. Honestly. You can get somebody like your
Yeah,
Xavier Woods of the world to wear the crown and stuff to the ring and stuff, or you might be able to get main event Jey Uso to wear a crown, going out there doing the yeeting and stuff like that. But at the end of
it
the day,
wouldn't fit Gunther's gimmick.
yeah, it would not fit his gimmick. Like he needs something like the jacket that he wear. Maybe on the back of it, you could put like King Gunther or something like that. That will
When he
probably be
comes
more
out
subtle.
and he's promoing against the Miz, and he's like, who are you, Michael? Like he's a
Or something
serious
like
dude.
he is. He's a professional wrestler. He's a serious professional wrestler. And to have, I just don't see Gunther wearing that. But I do see him winning and maybe they instead of a crown, they give him a nice like coat like he wears to the ring out there that says like King Gunther or something. Like I don't
Gets
know. It's just something to think about.
he gets a
Guys, I
member's
actually gotta
jacket.
get going. I gotta
Go
get
go ahead,
going.
bro. You
Max
gotta
needs
get
to
going.
get going to work. So,
All right, cool. Hug the baby nephew for me, man.
give me a call back a little bit later, Otis. But
I
yeah,
got you. I got you, my bro. Mo.
talk at y'all later. Deuce,
All right.
later, future.
Deuces. All right.
Thank
And
God
Mr.
I'm not in
Dakota
the duck
Kayfabe.
corner anymore. No more duck corner.
Future been waiting on that. He been waiting on that. He is not. The duck is by himself now, y'all. The duck is by himself. On other news on Monday Night Raw, Jesus Christ, what else happened on Raw? I forgot.
We had all four. I mean, we had all four matches called. I mean,
Kofi and Gunther. Kofi almost had his back knees broken by Gunther. Great promo between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. That was a great promo. Like
Damian Priest has a sneaky good promo.
He did. He came out there, said what he said, dropped the mic, and left. Yep. And I thought that was absolutely amazing of the promo they did. Carlito is trying to be a part of Judgment Day. He did help Judgment Day successfully win the Fatal 4-Way Tag match to become the number one contenders for the Raw World Tag Team Championships. They will face the Awesome Truth at the King of the Ring. And I think that's going to be a pretty good match. I still have Miz and Truth winning. They will retain. Future will most likely cover that on his preview show. And I'm pretty sure we'll cover it on Rob's show on Friday for SmackDown as well. What else happened? What else happened?
Well, we had Dakota versus Becky.
Dakota versus
all kinds of interference in that match. You had Lyra Valkyria run out.
Liv Morgan.
Had Liv Morgan run out. You had damage control interference. I mean, they're kind of setting up a nice little pool of matches for the next couple weeks.
And you know what? I'm a little bit more in favor of Liv Morgan joining Damage Control instead of joining Judgment Day.
Yeah,
because ain't nobody's going to take Rhea Ripley's spot. Nobody's going to take Rhea Ripley's spot, and I see her more of a Damage Control type person. I think that'll fit great with Liv Morgan if she would have joined Damage Control. But we'll see. But we'll definitely see how that works and how that goes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the wrestling news that I have for you. In other news, congratulations to my OKC Thunder on a victory last night over the Dallas Mavericks. Game 5 is tomorrow back here in my city, OKC, where my Thunder will take Game 5. And on Friday, we're going to finish it out in Dallas as we take Game 6 over the Dallas Mavericks. Thunder will win in 6 games. You can book it. In other news,
how about those Nuggets? How about those Nuggets coming back from down 2-0 to tie their series 2-2?
Denver Nuggets. I thought they were dead in the water after those first 2 games. I was on the verge of saying, who in the hell can stop Anthony Edwards? Obviously, Denver can now. That series is also tied 2-2. Jokic, Jamal Murray, Gordon, those boys have been putting on the show the past couple of games. If they keep it up, now that they're going back to Denver, if they keep it up, they might just steal this series away from Minnesota. And OKC, Dallas, they're tied again 2-2. Dallas is up 3-1 on Cleveland. I mean, not Dallas, but the Boston Celtics are up 3-1 on Cleveland. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum putting in that work. They're up 3-1. They're getting ready to head back to Boston. And the Pacers and the Magic, who cares? So, other news.
The Avalanche are losing badly, and there's all kinds of controversy going on with them right now. So we don't even discuss that team right now. So
I'm not even a hockey fan, but I don't know what's going on. They replayed the Colorado game last night, and I watched maybe like a quarter and a half because I kind of been drifting in and out of sleep and stuff. But
there's a troubled player we have on the team that caused a lot of issues in last year's playoff run, and he's causing trouble in this year's playoff run. And we don't have the horses. They're out.
So. Out of here. Get him out of here. You got to get him out of here. Mm-hmm. See, any other sports news that I could actually possibly think of right now? Oh well, it's the The Pacers and the Knicks. I said the Magic. It's the Pacers and the Knicks. I do apologize. Mike's supposed to keep me not Mike, but Eddie's supposed to be here to kind of keep me up on the basketball news. But Eddie's not here. He might be at work or something. But other than that, yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's all that I have for you today on today's show, man. I want to thank my bros, Hoodie Rob, Bay, the Midmost Smart, for being here. Dakota Kayfabe Thursday. Rob is going live on his channel Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I want to thank Future for being here. I want to thank Mrs. Future for being here. I want to thank all you guys. I want to thank Scripps. I want to thank Jen. I want to thank Rage for being here. Hooligrim. I want to thank all you guys. JP, if you're listening. Montana. I'm pretty sure you guys will catch this in your sub boxes later on. But I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that like. Press that subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell. Ding, ding for all notifications so you don't miss anything. And share to keep your people aware. What's up, Steve? Clone Force is in the building. What's going on? Sorry that you're showing up a little late, but it is that time to roll out. You missed out on an excellent show.
Closing time.
Yep, closing time. Always. So, but glad you can make it in, Clone Force, man. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out, man. Grab you a quick beverage before you go. Listen, Future, you got anything you want to say out there to a special someone who's been waiting for a shout out?
She's been extremely patient, waiting for me to finish this so I could call her before I go to bed. But Kanisha, I'll call you in just a minute here. Thanks everybody for showing up. The man with the plan, BiggOh, thanks for hosting. Scripps, leading the charge, of course, always with the lead in. Midmost Mark, we had the hoodied one making an appearance. We had an appearance by the Walk. Yeah. Thanks everybody for showing up, for being supportive, for giving us your opinions and giving us something to talk about.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate everybody for being here, man. And before I go, family is important, man. Family is important. Always, consider those who are family important to you. I consider Future important. He's my brother. Jeremy is my brother. Hooligram, Rob, we're all family here, man. Even you, Miss Brown, you're family now. You are my sister-in-law now, okay? You are my sister-in-law now. But just always, take each and every day positive, and no matter what you're going through, it's an obstacle. It's an obstacle that the Lord wants you to get over, and once you get over it, you're going to have greener pastures and positive things. It's always remain positive. It's always important to be positive because the power of positivity is real. It's a very contagious thing, and if I could just spread a little bit of positivity on you guys, then I feel like that I'm doing my job in some way. And we are the OTS family. We are the TSP family. We are the Bay family. And we're better than the Don Callis family, guys. We're going to get up out of here, man, on behalf of my boy Future, on behalf of Jeremy, Rob, and of course your boy BiggOh, myself. Hey, this is the BiggOh wrap up, and we will see you guys next week. Until then, deuces. Ooses.
Tempted inside.